cracked the glass across the table. On a Sunday, I was trying to keep clean. Watch the water find the notebook, every page I'd been protecting since 19. The words ran blurred into each other, sentences I'd spent a year arranging. And underneath the mess a shape appeared I never would have drawn on purpose. Something accidental and more honest than the draft it ruined. I let it dry beside the window, and it looked like somewhere I had always meant to go. The careful version said exactly what I planned. The ruined version said exactly what I meant. Every stain became a letter I was too precise to write. Every smudge revealed a word I kept behind the margin line. Chaque tache portait une phrase que ma main n'osait pas écrire. The draft I guarded was a stranger, and the mess knew all my names. What the accident uncovered was the only honest thing on the page. My grandmother embroidered flowers over every hole she found. She said the fabric isn't ruined, it just finally has a reason for a crown. I spilled a year across the kitchen floor in February when the heating broke. The soup, the tears, the lease I couldn't sign, all pooling near the stove. I mopped it with the shirt of someone who had already gone. I wrung it out and wore it dry, and somehow that became the morning I moved on. The version I intended was a room with no windows. The version that survived had doors I didn't install. Every fracture drew a border I was too controlled to cross. Every rupture mapped a country I'd have never applied to visit. Chaque erreur a dessiné un chemin que la prudence saurait effacer. The plan I mourned was built for someone wearing my dimensions, but a different face. What the overflow delivered was the only drop that breathes when I hold it to the light. J'ai appris à lire ce que l'eau avait écrit, et la version abîmée disait tout ce que la propre n'a jamais pu. I spent a lifetime pressing flowers flat enough to file. Now I let them curl, and the shape they choose is always more alive than what I pin them into. Always, without exception, more alive. I was too neat to speak. Every spill composed a paragraph I was too careful to begin. Chaque accident m'a rendu en mots que la perfection gardait sous clé. The manuscript I protected was a beautiful and empty room, with the water understood, and what I am only now beginning to accept is that the truest thing I ever wrote was the line I never meant to put there. She kept the ruined notebook, not because she is sentimental, but because it was the first page that ever sounded like her. And she wanted proof that accidents have penmanship too.